Okay, recording has restarted, it looks like. So it is now 3:50, sorry, it is now 8:55 a.m. We have exited executive session. No actions were taken in executive session. Next up on the agenda is financial updates. So some of this we actually covered earlier, the audit updates in the executive director report. So I don't think we need to cover that further here. And the other one just quickly is Darlene is almost ready with the draft Q4 financials. I just had to send her the credit card statements from December. So those will be ready and we can review them at our next executive committee meeting. Anything you want to add to that, Lynn?
No, nothing to add. Yeah, thank you.
Good. I just wanted to address it proactively because otherwise I thought Jeff might ask, as he should. So
yeah, thank you. No.
Yep. So on the agenda for the first meeting in February. Okay, so actually, so next under updates, so we have a very positive update, which is that we finally launched service on the transport route, all whatever that was, 15 miles of that. So that's Leicester 1, 2, and 9 portions thereof, and then also a couple of private roads or a couple of smaller. So actually, Oliver Howe Court's a private road, and there was a bore that we had to do to get to a part of Pine Oak Park up in Waltham, I believe, or Vigennes, that area, which we had the aerial portion done, but we needed to do the bore to connect to it, and then there's a portion of Budoff Road in Shoreham where GMP had buried, and then we had to bury to match what they'd done. And so that's great, in particular Oliver Howe and Budoff, because there's customers on both of those that are really quite eager for broadband service. So that's the good news. And then the dashboard. So Lynn has sent me the dashboard, and I think you want to do some small updates to it now that I've sent out the credit card statements. And then I'll review that and send out to the governing board, and we can review that as well in our next executive committee meeting if we want to.
Yeah, it's updated except for the credit cards.
Okay. Yeah, because at the last governing board, you guys covered the operations dashboard, which is my part of the dashboard, but of course I wasn't there to answer questions about it. And then Lynn's part of the dashboard, we are still working on finalizing because it is your first one, and I haven't yet given it my eyes. Anyone have any questions, comments on that? Nope. Okay. Other. Do we have any other updates? I don't have any other updates. Do you, Steve?
No, I think you may be aware we're making very good progress with permitting and acquisition of space for a hub in Middlebury and Ripton. I think it's mostly all done in Middlebury. We're dealing with the zoning right now. We've got a little bit farther to go up in Ripton, but I think it appears that the folks, the decision makers in Ripton, the select board and whatnot, they really are trying to make this work for us. So I think we may be going back and forth a bit, but I'm pretty optimistic that we've got a spot there. And they also have an easement. So they're both looking at the permitting documents and a draft easement. So they have everything that's needed to get this sorted out. And I think maybe we'll have some good news, very, very soon.
Yep, I second that. I haven't spoken to the Ripton Select Boards in some time, but they have been very supportive in all of my recent meetings with them. So they're a great member town to have, great group to work with.
Yep. If it goes as smoothly as it appears to be, that all lands at Ellie's feet, because I was not a good ambassador for Maple Broadband at the beginning of our operation, and they, as you may recall, they wanted their money back, their contribution, ARPA contribution, and I don't know how many hours you devoted to that, Ellie, but I know you spent a lot of time and generating paperwork to make sure they understood that we were acting in good faith. And as a result, I think she turned them. They're a supporter now. So thank you, Ellie.
Yeah, it really wasn't too onerous. I think they mostly just wanted to be heard and make sure that they were heard going forward and consulted going forward. So, okay. So the next on the agenda is other business. Does anyone have any other business to raise? Okay, so if not, we will adjourn. And as discussed offline, I will take a look at Adam and Jeff's availability to be rescheduled. So we're going to be rescheduling these meetings from Thursdays to Wednesdays going forward, at the same 3:30 to 5. but just need to make sure that we accommodate inconsistent schedules for the next couple of months. And then thereafter, from June onward, it'll be the first and third Wednesdays in a regular schedule. Okay.
Great.
All right. Well, thank you all. So the next meeting TBD, I suppose, because I haven't done that yet, but sometime in early Feb.
Super. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
And there won't be green leaves behind me the next time. Thanks
No,
all.
no, there
Have a
will
great
not.
day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.